Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to highlight some of the crappie action I had from this weekend. I also have a short clip in here from the previous trip where we caught some bluegills. A little bit slower day, but we did have some action. But most of this is going to be about the crappies, and it's pretty fast paced, so I hope you guys enjoy. Check it out. It is kind of windy. These crappies are down there and they're super aggressive though. There's another one. Woohoo! Little socky rod action right here, guys. Nice crappie. I'll show you what I'm using here in just a second. Let me get this guy off my jig here. Now he inhaled it too. Let's get him out of here. Okay, nice little crappie there. He's probably about 9-10. So I'm using a little dropper spoon here, like clam, golden red, golden pink, a couple spikes. I'm gonna do, oh, he hit that on the up bite. Boosh! This one's a little bit smaller. There's so many down there right now that I'm just, catching them and not complaining, not really looking for the big one right this second. Just got an active school, so I'm just trying to hit them. I've got Black Betty in line right here is for my reel, in case anybody's wondering. I'm just dropping it down. Ooh, shoot. Let's say I think I might have had one hit on the way down there. I've got a little bit of a mess on the reel. Oh, I definitely got a fish hit me there. Alright, so I'm not sure of my depth, but we'll give it a second here and see if I get a bite. If I don't, I'll check my bait. I might have taken my bait on the way. There he is. Woo! There we go. This is a Saki custom rod. Sean Tran makes these. Saki Custom Fishing. Great stuff. If you're looking for a nice rod, check him out. Totally customizable. He walks through all your options with you. Does a great job. Whether you're looking for a walleye rod or a crappie rod or just a super light noodle, they all get the job done. Look at this. Oh, this is a better one. Alright. Well, fight on. This is a little bit better. Maybe a bass here. Okay. Okay. Okay, fish. Okay. This is what I'm talking about now. Woo. Woo. Let's see if we can get this fight on camera. Whoa, come on now. He does have white bass in here, so maybe that's what I've got on the end here. Oh, let's get down here. Looks like a bass. Yep, it's a bass. Woo. There we go. First bass of the day. Not too shabby. He fought good, huh? Well, I got some big predator fish down there too. All right. A little low on spikes, so I'm gonna add. I've got red and white that I'm using both here. Oh, where are you at, line? They seem to be hitting the red more today than the white, but I'll leave one white one on there just in case they change their mind. So right now I'm gonna double up on the reds. Okay, so this is what I got, a little chandelier spikes. Get that back down there. See if we can get another one. That was a fun fight. I'm gonna see if I can turn this a little bit so you're seeing a little bit more action of the fight itself for a couple minutes. That way you don't have to stare at me. Let's see if I can get a rod tip. There we go. And he actually came up a little bit and hit that, so there we go. Fish on. Fish on. Ooh, that's a nice one. So guys, this is why sometimes it's so important to get out early in the morning. And who knows, maybe they're going to be biting like this all day. This is one of the perks of getting out early in the morning, is this hot bite right now. So yeah, we're going to be in the tent most of the day today, fishing. Oh, just missed one. Just missed one. There we go. Back on. Back on. Another nice crappie. These are all about perfect eating size. 9 to 10 inches. Maybe a couple pushing 11. No hogs yet, but you know what? That's alright. We'll get there. Plenty of time still left in the day. Like I said, you might be seeing my tent running into my pole here a little bit. You guys are thinking, well, move your tent out of the way. Yeah, I probably should. I just haven't. Ooh, there's one. Upbite. I just haven't, just because the action's been so fast. Here's a little guy. The action's been so fast that I haven't wanted to move. Too lazy. One of the other things about having a nice custom rod, or just a sensitive rod in general, a noodle rod, is for crappie. A lot of times you have these up bites where you'll drop it down and you don't actually see the bite or have the bite come down, but on that up bite you'll see your rod tip. If you're using something that's not super small, like a 3mm tungsten, you know, there's always a slight bend in the rod tip, and if you have that crappie up bite, that rod tip will actually go straight, or you'll see a little bit of line that just goes loose, and that kind of lets you know that you have an up bite and you need to set the hook. So if you're out crappie fishing and you see some behavior like that, where you're dropping down and all of a sudden you're going down the water column and your line just stops, it might be because something picked it up on the way down, coming up at it, and you need to set the hook. Catch one more, and then I'll see if I can't catch one on camera on the up bite for you and see if you can see what that looks like. Ooh. There we go. That was not an up bite, but maybe the next one will be. Okay, a couple small ones in a row here. You keep that pond healthy, and so you don't want to just go to your favorite pond that you can catch a ton of fish on and continually take fish out of that pond. They can't recover quite as quickly as a lake can. There's an up bite. But at the same time, if you have a pond that gets overpopulated with smaller fish, it is important to take some of those smaller fish out, because when you have so many of them, they're competing for the same food source. There's a little bit smaller one. They're competing for the same food source, so it's important to keep some of those smaller ones out so those big ones can continue to grow and get bigger. And ultimately, that's what it's about, is catching the fish and having fun. What's up? Oh, only caught about 50 so far.
50?
Oh, 50.
50?
Oh yeah. This has been it's every 10 seconds I'm dropping.
This oxygen going in the water should be just big crappies.
Table fare crappies and then a couple 12s. But I mean, I got 2 holes punched right next to me. If you want to fish to the right of me, there's 2 holes just to the right of me if you want to fish that. I mean, I'm loaded. I've been catching fish for the last hour nonstop. I set up the jaw jacker, but I got tired of being wet, so I went back in the tent. Well, this is officially the smallest one. Now, this is the case. That's a little too small to eat, so I'll let him go back and get bigger. There's other quality fish in this pond. There's some walleye in here. And some nice walleye. There's some real nice bass. There's some white bass. There's some nice bluegill. But right now I'm on the hot crappie bite. And why change if it's working, right? That's a nice one. And it's all been on the same exact setup. This one's a little bit fatter. All socky rod and dropper spoon. That one, I could take him home, but he's a little bit, he's nice and fat, so I'm gonna let him go. Oh, just missed. Darn it. There's one. Right. That one's edible. It's a good eater right there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit and see if I can't. I can see if you can see the rod tip here on an up bite, just so if I can see if I can catch that on camera, it would be kind of nice. Okay, so I'm down there.
Boom. Another pig.
Yeah. This one on here. Before I turn the camera off. Oh, there he is. Yep, on. They seem to like it a lot on the initial drop. Ow. The only bad thing about these jigging wraps is how you grab them. You don't want to catch a hook. He bit it right on the front there. And on the bottom. I like to tip it with spikes just to give a little bit extra enticement. Alright, after the big ones again. These same fish you know, 2 hours from now, might not be near as active. This one's fighting pretty good. Whew, he's running hard. Oh man. Another good guy. Not like that last one, but another solid fish. He's actually, I think he'll go home. So the tent does a good job of holding up, but I do have a little water drippage coming in. That's interesting. The other thing that's pretty exciting, there's enough bite as a little guy. The other thing that's exciting is I'm fishing at 8.5 feet and I'm dropping down. So if you're on a school like this, sometimes one thing that's important is to not drop to the bottom in the middle of the school. What I've been doing here is dropping down to about 5 feet, so I'm a couple feet above the school, and I'm getting those real aggressive fish to come up and smack it. It's not interfering with all the other fish and scaring them away. And that can be a good strategy when you're sitting on a school to keep that school in close and let you catch more fish out of that school. Well, he released himself, so that works. We got only one spike left on here, but I think the way they're biting right now, I think he will do the job. Oh, here he comes. Yep. I mean, it's ridiculous. I should probably get a shot of me being outside so you know I'm not at like a stocking pond or Bass Pro. That one's another goodie. And so, to go back on my point earlier about maintaining a pond, what I'll do today is I'll probably take 15 to 20 of these smaller fish home just to help a little bit with the smaller crappie population. This pond used to have some monster gills in it, and right now it's kind of cycled to where there's not as many gills, and there's a lot more crappie, which is great. Love catching the crappie, but to keep those 13 and 14s in here like we had, you gotta get rid of some of these smaller guys. And you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this every time out, by any means. But it also doesn't hurt to get a few of these small guys thinned out. So here's the deal. I'm clean off spikes. Okay, I'm clean off spikes. Nothing on there. I'm gonna drop this down and just give it a shot. See if they will bite a bare spoon. Totally out of curiosity. They're coming up. You know, honestly, I should probably put on the plastic so I don't have to change bait. Oh, ho, bare spoon. Bare spoon fish. Woo! That's how you know it's a good day. since he bit, might as well do it for one more or so. Oh, just missed another one. So they're not, I mean, they're not as aggressive without a little bit of meat on there, but they're still coming up and hitting it. And so I'm going to take advantage of that while I can.